What's up, Virgo? This is John from Intuitive Johnny, and I'm about to give you your January 2019 reading. A bit of introduction. I am new here on YouTube, but I have been doing personal readings for friends and families for about 3 years now. And what I like doing about this kind of work is that when I'm able to give light and direction for people who needs them, it gives me this fulfillment that I'm able to help them. So by being here on YouTube, I hope I will be able to help more people and give light, guidance, and direction for those who needs them. So, with that being said, I also like watching other YouTubers who read cards and what they have to say about my sign. So, I noticed that I read my cards differently from them, and that is okay because we all have our different styles. So, with my readings, I use three different deck of cards. The first one is the regular poker cards, which I have been using for 3 years now, and this is the main deck of cards that I use. And the next one is the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot cards. As I have mentioned earlier, I don't read the cards the same way as most readers do. So this is giving me more supplemental information to what's happening around you or in you, or it can be your emotions, just to confirm what the rest of what the readings were telling me. And then lastly is the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards as advice cards. So with that being said, let's start with your reading for January 2019 to all the Virgos out there. Focus. I hope you guys had a really good 2018 because we're entering the new year right now. Last shuffle. You know what, guys? A lot of signs are changing directions right now. I don't know why. Sometimes it's their choice, but sometimes it's not their choice. Maybe because it's the new year. So let's see. Wow. Okay. This is really good. So you guys are changing something, or you're starting something new. You're like you have been going this straight line and suddenly you whoop. No, I'm turning this way. I think this is more about work. You see, in your current job, like maybe there are some things that are so minor that you want to change a little bit. Maybe you want to change something, but you can't change it. Like it's not in your control, and you have so many things that you want to do, but you can't do it. Like you maybe there are some projects that you want to do, or maybe some kind of hobbies that you want to do, but you can't do it. But you know what? There's gonna be a new agreement or a new contract coming for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're changing companies, or maybe it's a change of role within your company. There's some kind of change in your career that's going to help you and give you more fulfillment, and this is for you because it's fated to come for you, so you just have to accept it. Remember that when the red joker comes up, it's about the universe giving you something, and it's for you. It's just whether you will take it or not. So I think this is a very good first spread for you guys. Let's see what else the cards have to tell. You know what? When you start something new, it's going to be a lot of challenges, but you are there to conquer it. Like you are there to, like you expected it. Like, you know what? Yeah, this is more challenging for me, but this is what I want. Someone knocked on my door, so I had to continue from there. So Yeah, as I was saying, when you start something new, like there are challenges ahead of you, and like, there are challenges that you're supposed to conquer, and you are there, you are ready, you are prepared, and this makes it more exciting for you because maybe there are bigger rewards for you that you know are included in this new beginning. That's why you are ready for it. Like you don't really care how big of a challenge it is because you are way bigger than it. So kudos to you guys. And I just want you guys to be more patient and try to be more. I know how you guys are very prepared for it. Like you guys are so, like you think you are already there. Like you're there to to conquer everything. But you know what? The reality is, even though how much we're prepared we are, sometimes we cannot avoid some disappointments, and this comes in this form of some kind of gossips or some kind of lies around you. And maybe you were told or you were promised to do this, but then maybe they cut corners somewhere, and then that's kind of disappointing for you. Don't be Please do not be discouraged with those slight disappointments, because you know what, it's so much better than your previous ones or from where you came from. And it's just, to be honest, it's just minor. But you know what, knowing Virgos, you guys can be very stubborn. Like when you see something, you just see that and you don't see everything else. Like, you know what, maybe for example, it's your boss who promised you something, but they were not able to give you something, or they cut corners in somewhere. Maybe they have a reason. Maybe because, or maybe I can't give you this right now because we have to wait for something, or we have to consider the other things. These kind of things, you have to be more patient, because you can be very hard-headed, but you just have to keep in mind that not everything is about you, and that you have been doing really great, and you have been doing well from your previous from maybe from 2018, from the January 2019 has been very good for you, or is doing very well in your favor. So I hope you guys can keep that in mind, because I have a lot of Virgo friends, and they are quite of stubborn in that way. So it's like Virgos are like mostly, they're good people, but then they sometimes get into their own selfish way sometimes, and they don't even recognize that they're being selfish, and they think they're being right, they're being they're doing things for justice, and they're claiming what is theirs. And I hope you guys have that kind of empathy or consideration with other people, because just because you are not getting what you were promised to, doesn't mean that you won't get it at all. You know what I mean? It's like, because there may be other people out there who needs it more, you just have to, give up some things and you get more things. So that's the message that I'm getting from here. Yeah, you know what? This is really good. This is a very good month for you, because you know what? Something that you don't expect happens when you just let go of everything. You don't have to be in control. You don't have to be like. You don't have to be the. You don't have to be right all the time. Just let it go, because some things that are not expected, it will just come to you. Like it will give you more reasons to celebrate. Maybe there are some things that you want that you gave up, but suddenly they gave you twice more. It's like a big reason to celebrate. Like, you don't have to be, no, it's the start of the new year. Don't be too selfish, guys. So I want you guys to be more come from a intention of goodness than being so selfish, because the diamonds is like more thinking and less affectionate. I want you guys to be more loving when it comes to these things, because you know what, it's the start of the year. You want to be more or less selfish, maybe. Have I been saying selfish for many times now? But yeah, but you know what, you're coming up as that, so I want you guys to be more, um, when this unexpected event happens to you, and you have reasons to celebrate it. You don't have to be like, hmm, why is it late? What did it just? Why just now? Like, you know, I'm getting this feeling that some Virgos will feel this way. I want you guys to celebrate those things that are meant to be celebrated, instead of just being, you know, like, kind of bitchy about it. Everything is so good. You know what? You guys can be pessimistic in some ways, but but having those celebrations with your friends around you will give you more satisfaction in the month of January. It's like, oh yes, yeah. Then this is what I really wanted. Like at the end of the month, it's like you're gonna be feeling like, yeah, I made the right decision to move, or to make that change, or to move on from the past. So I think that's a very good reading for you guys. Now let me take the tarot cards and see what they have to say for you. Here goes. Last shuffle. Well, maybe another one. Okay. This tells me something, like you guys are starting out in a very, very positive note for January 2019. Like, Ton of Cups, everything full of love. Love life is happy, family is good, and you have reasons to really celebrate. Like, wow, like everything's been given for you. But please try not to be too judgmental about things, because it's easy for people, you know, it's not just for any specific sign. Like, for most people, it's very easy for us to have that kind of mean kind of energy when you're in that level of success. Like, you don't want to be thinking too much about it and be more judgmental of other people who did not achieve as much as you did. Be more grateful of things that are happening to you, less of being a judge, because otherwise this comes in reverse. Because otherwise there will be more challenges in front of you. Like, you know what, I feel like it's karma. It feels like how you react to the positive changes that are coming to you, how you react to it will change your future. Like, it's going to be like karma. Like however you react to it, the universe will just give it back to you the way you give it to everyone else. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Now, for your Angels of Abundance card advice cards for Virgos, January 2019. And these cards are so huge. You know, it's my hands are just about the size of these cards, and it's quite difficult for me to shuffle them. But anyhow, I'm going to give you your advice cards. Okay. Focus on your priorities. Let me read it for you. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So with what it's saying is that you just have to be focused on what you want and why you undergone these changes. You just have to keep in mind why you're doing this. and less of being, is it because you were bored from your previous job or your previous work? Is this more challenging, more exciting for you? Is that the reason? Like, you have to just keep that in mind, and then yeah, like you just wanted something better, and you want something to improve your way of living or your way of work, or maybe this is something that's more passionate and more fulfilling for you. Like, you just have to keep that in mind. Nothing is perfect in this world, and if you feel like something is missing, you don't have to really fret about the small stuff. You just have to celebrate. What else is there for you to celebrate? Like this card is saying, you just have to be in a celebrating mood instead of being this speculating and calculative kind of person. So yeah, I think it's a very good reading for you guys for January 2019. It's a good way to start. Again, just don't be too selfish or don't be too calculative about things. It's what it's telling me. Otherwise, everything is so good for you. Like you were getting what you deserve, and remember that whatever you put out there in this world comes back to you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that reading, and I'll see you guys in February 2019. See you guys.